And speaking of information, our good friend Amelia Bergeron joins us here to give us some information on the upcoming season of the Greater Hazleton Concert Series. Believe it or not, we need to start talking about the season, which starts in September, because September will be here before we know it. Right, Amelia?
Correct. And we are in the midst of our membership campaign,
Okay.
which started at the end of May. Our first concert will be held on September 27th, and it is the Lennon Sisters. And yes, indeed, it is the Lennon Sisters that performed with Lawrence Welk. They had been with him on his show for, I believe, 13 years, and then formed their own group and went on by themselves as a group. And they're known as America's Sweethearts of Song, very, very home spun, faith-filled, just wonderful people, and as beautiful as they were then, that's as gorgeous as they are now, with lovely figures and awesome voices to go along with that. I'd like to tell you more, but you'll have to
Come to the show.
come to the show. The next show will be, oh, and by the way, they are backed by a band. It is Janet, Mimi, and Kathy are the three sisters, and they are backed by a four-piece band, two of whom are their brothers.
Oh, very interesting.
So on October 18th, we move on to the Broadway Tenors. These are three tenors who are currently appearing on Broadway, and I know our audience is going to ask, well, how can they come to Hazleton if they're now on Broadway? Well, this is how it goes. When they come to do their gig here, their understudy will be taking their part on Broadway. And they will be doing the familiar standards from our favorite Broadway shows. You'll hear something like from Chicago, Cats, South Pacific, et cetera, et cetera. You know the list. It goes on and on. They are young. And as I say, they are leading men. They're not, understudies or second-level performers. They are sixth-level performers.
Good.
So we're very excited to hear them. It will be complete with dialogue and choreography.
Nice.
And in fact, part of that dialogue, choreography, will be medleys. A medley of Irving Berlin numbers and medley of Rodgers and Hammerstein, and a medley of New York City.
Good.
Then we go on to the Depew Brothers Band on November 9th. These are six brothers and family members who have been called, they've been dubbed as the America's Musical Family by presidential decree. They've been on PBS specials, and to describe their music is very difficult, because what they've done, they have merged different sounds from like classical, bluegrass, Americana, and folk to create an entirely different sound. Although if you were to ask me, well, does it sound most specifically like, I would have to say bluegrass.
Oh, okay.
And three of them play in the Philadelphia Orchestra, and one of them is a professor at the prestigious Curtis Institute of Music. So we were lucky to have gotten them, because they've got to be back in Philadelphia for the weekend to play with the orchestra.
Right.
Then we go on to Thursday, February 21st. We will present an international phenomenon known as Bofire.
Okay.
They are 12 fiddler violinists. They are also classically trained like the Depew brothers. However, their show is theatrically staged, and what makes them different is the fact that they will tap and step dance while they are fiddling.
Cool.
There will also be accompanied by vocals. There will be sets. There will be costumes. There will be that smoke rising from the floor.
Yeah, exciting.
And it will just be a fantastic show. Their musical journey, and I have to read it because there's so many, starts from jazz, Celtic, rock, gypsy, Texas swing, Cape Breton, and Ottawa Valley styles of music.
Okay.
Then we go on March 21st to the Brothers Four, and they are the group that was pioneers in the folk revival in the 50s.
Okay.
And how they got their start was that they all attended Washington State University, and they all belonged to the same fraternity.
Okay.
And they got their name because the men who belonged to the fraternity, consider themselves as brothers. And that's how they got their name, the Brothers Four.
Great.
They put that together to form their name.
Okay.
You will hear such songs as Michael Rowe, the boat ashore across the wide Missouri, This Land Is Your Land, Tie Me Kangaroo Down Sport, and that list can go on forever too. One interesting thing about them that I would like to note is that their start came from a prank from a rival fraternity. Someone called them and told them that they were asked to audition in Seattle, one of Seattle's clubs.
Right.
And they went, and of course they weren't invited at all, but the owners felt so bad that they let them perform a few numbers. They were so impressed that they hired them.
That's so neat.
And then we end with a classical group, a Cry Chamber Orchestra of Boston. This is comprised of 12 musicians, or maybe 13, we're not sure there, but 12 or 13 musicians. And they are unique in that they do not sit down while they're playing, they stand.
Wow.
What also makes them unique is they have no conductor. They are self-directed, and each of them takes turns in putting the music together and interpreting it the way they feel it should be interpreted.
Wow.
So as you see, it's going to be a diverse season again, something for everybody. Tickets are $85 for adults. Now that's 6 professional concerts, plus the perk of if they want to dine before the concert, there are 5 restaurants who are in reciprocity with us. And they just show their ticket. They get 10% discount from their meal. Children's or students' prices are $40.
Okay.
And a family, you can bring, if you've got 10 children, bring your 10 children, all for the same price of $190. And they're all held at the Hazleton Area High School on 23rd Street at 7:30 p.m. There are individual ticket sales. Those are $30 for adults and $10 for students.
Right. Amelia, thank you so much. You are just a wealth of knowledge. It amazes me how you know so much about all of these performers and all of these great shows that are coming, starting September 27th here in Hazleton at the Hazleton Area High School Auditorium. The numbers on the bottom of the screen right there. Call Amelia at 788-4864 or Joan at 455-0990 for more information on getting season tickets or just about the shows in general. Amelia, thank you so much. So I guess I'll be seeing you close to the Lennon Sisters again.
Yes, you will.
All right, well, we will see you then because September will be here before you know it.
Yes, it will.
All right, Amelia, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your summer.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.